Navigating the coming changes. Beloved one, there are changes coming, and they are ones which, in truth, you have prayed for. They are ones where you have said, I want to know more peace in my life. I want to know more harmony. I want to know more lightness, more joy, friendship, healing of the body and the mind, and to come to a place which recognizes that I am that which I am. I want to know who I am. I have heard you asking. From a time even before the incarnation, you have said, let me know who and what I am. I want to experience human life, and I want to know what more there is beyond that. So you have been reading the books, you have been attending the classes, you have been asking of the friends, what is life all about? Why does it seem to have problems from time to time? Why is it not perfect? And yet it is. It is perfect. There is just a bit of the technical adjustment which needs to be made from time to time, and you are well on your way to making those changes in your perception. You have requested and you have decreed that life is going to be always changing. You have had perhaps an example where there was an afternoon when you did not have anything planned and nothing especially to do, and you found that did not feel good. You like to be busy. You like to be creating. You like to have the friends to interact with. You are always creating, even when you have what you term the boring afternoon. You are always creating. That is how you are going to navigate the coming changes. You are going to welcome them as part of a creative process. The coming changes may present themselves at first as not so desirable, not what you have prayed for, but in time you are going to see them differently. You will, in time, be able to say, oh, I guess I asked for this. Maybe not quite in this form, but this is my desire being made manifest. You accept them, and you know that they will become that which you have prayed for. You navigate the coming changes by knowing that truly you are creating them, and if you are creating them, they must be a gift. They must be good. You have seen, in the present day, things that you would like to see changed. You would like to see brother being friend to brother, sister being friend to sister, ones smiling at each other, ones working together. This is truly your fondest wish, to see peace and love shared. And I say to you a great truth, that as you will look for something, you will find it. Your world as you have created it up to this point has known much of travail, of war, of brother trying to prove to another brother how strong and powerful he is, to put himself above the others so that he will be safe, adored, seen to be powerful. That already has been proven. The change which you have been asking for, which is truly coming, is the place where ones are going to reach out to other ones, and in words and in gesture and in gifting are going to say, I want to be with you as friend. Let us, much power in those words, be friends. You have so-called leaders in this point in time who were bringing about most wonderfully the changes which you have asked for, ones who are causing for other ones a bit of soul-searching, consternation, questioning. And yet the at-one-ment, the atonement, is well on its way to being obvious. Not only held as a picture in the mind as something to be desired, but as something that you are going to experience and share with brothers and sisters to work together. Now, I hear one saying, but Jeshua, there's so much division right now. There are ones of varying opinions who are clashing with each other. How is that ever going to be healed and come together? I say unto you, it is well in progress, because ones are going to get tired of fighting each other. It does not feel good, does it? You do not like it when someone raises their voice, their sword to you. Of course not. But you are doing well attempting to smile through it. Remember the power of a smile. It changes everything. Sometimes, yes, you do not feel like smiling. Sometimes you just feel like taking that one and shaking him and saying, shape up. But the magic and the power is in the smile. You cause them to wonder, what is she smiling at? I thought this was serious. You keep on smiling, and then they begin to soften. The softening is well in progress right now. You may not see it. It is a bit like the spring plant which is under the ground and it is sending up a shoot, and perhaps that little green shoot is not too obvious yet, but it is alive and well. And so is the atonement, the atonement, where ones say, well, you know, that which we were discussing really does not matter so much, but what really matters is how I value you and how you let me see another side of the topic. And that changes everything. When you seem to be in conflict with another one, know you what you do? You hold your breath. But after a while it does not feel comfortable. Breathe, smile. Then go within and ask the inner teacher, what do I do now? I know what I feel like doing, but no, that's not going to bring about peace. So you go within and ask the inner teacher, how do I navigate these changes? With ease, with love, with coming together as one, the at one meant that you want to see. You have prayed for it. You have gone down on the knees and prayed, not knowing exactly who and what you were praying to, or how to do it and if it would be answered or even heard. But you have prayed throughout this lifetime and other lifetimes to know heaven on earth. Am I saying that you are going to see heaven on earth? Yes, I am. I am saying that, because already you have seen a glimpse. Already you have seen a moment when it was as heaven on earth, and the one who stood before you was in love, and you with them. Maybe it lasted. Maybe it did not. But for a moment you knew heaven on earth. And then you said, was that really true? Did it really happen? Can that be? Of course it can be. It is your true self which came forth in that moment. And you are going to have many more of those moments, because you have decreed that you want to know how to walk in love. It is your true birthright, you know, to know love. You are love at the very core of your being, and it is coming forth. And when certain sandpapering happens to you, it is in order to allow you to know how polished you are, and to add a little more shine to the love and the joy which you are. You are worthy to know that which you are seeking. You are worthy to feel in the heart, to feel that you can take that deep breath again, that you do not have to hold your breath or just take a little piece. You can take that big breath and know, I am that which I am. You have a saying in your world that God does not make junk, and He does not. She does not. It does not. And you do not. Your inner teacher will tell you to put forth that which you want to come back to you. Put forth love. Put forth space for other ones to be truly who they are, and to act from that space. You are the teacher. You in your everyday life are teachers. And then sometimes you get the opportunity to actually stand up there and be teacher. And your students teach you. That is the greatest gift of all. When each one of your friends is allowed to be your teacher, then you come into the divine place of wholeness. You come into the place where you recognize, and make real in your awareness, the one that you are. That is where all healing comes from, in knowing oneness. Oneness of relationships, yes, but oneness with self, capital S. There are many, many avenues, as you know, and some avenues mean nothing to you while other avenues appeal. And then there is an avenue where you say, this is true, and you get really turned on, even to the place where you might say that the body does not matter and you allow it to be discarded momentarily, and then if you wish, you can bring it back. I have been set upon a pedestal because I connected with my divine self. I knew the healing of the body. I knew the space of divinity. When I was on the cross, I allowed the body to decease. I had practiced taking my connection to the body above it, out of the body, so that I watched the body decease upon the cross. Now, if I wanted to feel the pain, I could. I went there for a moment. It did not feel too good, so I decided not to stay there, and took my consciousness, my awareness, above it, thanked it for what it had allowed me to do, in walking, in talking, in enjoying the food, etc., all the things you do with the body. And then I knew that the life energy is always accessible. So I let the body rest, as the story goes. I let it rest for a while, and then I knew it was time to reactivate it, so what did I do? I went to the space, now called Theta, connected with allness, the space of isness, where everything is, and I said, okay, body, let's put the light back on and then see what else we can do. So I did. I walked with you on the road to Emmaus, made myself look a little bit different, but not on purpose. It was because I was so overjoyed that I was activating a body again. It was not quite the same body, because in my joy of knowing that, yes, hey, I did it, and you would understand that feeling whenever you achieve something that you really, really, really want, and it happens, at that moment there is a burst of aura energy that is more than your usual self. This was what happened, so that I looked a bit different. I still felt as myself. I still spoke as I used to. I was recognized, but you scratched your heads and said, you know, he seems the same, but he seems a little different. Well, yes, there was more light, more activation there. If you will receive it, that which I speak to you now you know, because you have been there, and you know how to do it. That is why you have come to visit this plane of existence, to remind ones to go to that space and gather in from that space that which is the true essence of them, to connect with other lifetimes, yes, to have fun with it, yes, but to know the activation and the healing of the body. You are going to be showing forth great example of healing. Is it too much to ask of you? No, it is not, because you have done it before. What you will do is to go to the space within which you know well. You know the healing space. It is not a strange land. It is strange to the world, yes, but it is not strange to you, because you have been there already. So, the changes which are coming may look a bit difficult. But to you who know and trust the outworking of Divine Spirit, which is you, you are going to see the good in it. And I ask of you, please, speak to the brothers and sisters the good that is coming from all of what seems to be an upheaval where brother may be against brother and sister against sister. Because, yes, there is going to be a bit of the sorting out that will be done. Choices will be made. It is the way of the world. It is not your way, but it is the way of the world. So there are times when it is going to appear not all that great, maybe. But to you it is going to be good, because you are going to say, okay, that is one more issue which is being taken care of, one more thing which has been healed. You have in your history books all of the wars and conflicts, but you have also in soul memory the times of conflict, brother against brother and sister against sister. And there is the cell memory in the body, but that is all it is, a memory. It is not the truth of your being. It does not have to be carried like a heavy knapsack on your back any longer. I give you permission to take that knapsack off the back and let it be gone. You have my permission. Not that you needed it. The changes, some of them may look unhealed. As you look at them, I say to you to take a step back and look at them from the place of divine atonement, that place of at-one-ment, where you know that the Christ is at work and that which you have prayed for is coming into fruition. You have prayed, please let heaven come to earth. Well, I have good news for you, heaven is already here. Right here with the smile. Right here where you say, oh, I love to hear that. That makes me feel so good inside. It is true, that which you have asked for and prayed for cannot be denied you. So when you feel that you are up on the cross, take yourself a wee bit away from it. You can do this, even with the body. You have done this, where if you have cut your finger, for example, yes, it hurt, but you have looked at it and said, okay, I'll put a little bandage on it, and in a few days it will be okay. The healing that you are asking for is as easy as allowing the finger to heal. The process which is happening is the allowance and the recognition that that which you are asking for is already in process. It has to be. It cannot be denied you. You can hold it at a distance for a while, and sometimes I have seen you do that, but what is time? Suffering? You do not need that. You can choose it, but you do not need it. So, allow that which you are creating to be perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect, as you in that place of at-one-ment are perfect. The space from which you draw your being is perfect. Navigating the changes? It can be easy. Go in hope, go in truth, go in joy, because your Father would, because I would, because you will, divine holy child, beautiful child of the one source. So be it. Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus. Channeled through Judith Coates.